Hello everyone. Well, here we are around the campfire in Hermosa Rocks National Park on the far south coast, and got the billy on the fire, and I'm going to sing you one of my favourite Australian folk songs with my Anglo concertina, so we'll see how we go with that one. And this is called Billy of Tea. And it brings back many memories of playing the concertina around many a campfire over the years. You may talk of your whiskey, talk of your beer, there's something much nicer awaiting us here. It sits on the fire beneath the gum tree. There's nothing much nicer than a billy of tea. So fill up your tumbler as high as you can. Don't you dare tell me it's not the best plan. You can leave all your beer and your spirits go free. I'll stick to me darling old billy of tea. Well, I rise in the morning as soon as it's light. I go to the nose bag to sleep, it's alright. But the ants on the sugar no mortgage have got, then a straight away sling me old billy heart. And while it is boiling, the horses I seek, I follow them down as far as the creek, and to take off their hobbles, let them run free, then I haste to tuck it into me billy of tea. You may talk of your whiskey, talk of your beer, something much nicer awaiting us here. It sits on the fire beneath the gum tree. There's nothing much nicer than a billy of tea. And at night when I camp, if the day has been long, I give to my horses their tucker of corn. From the two in the pole, the one in the lead, Billy for each as it comes to feed. Then the fire I make, the water I get, corn beef and damper in order I set. But I don't touch the grub though, so hungry I be. I'll wait till it's ready, me billy of tea. You may talk of your whiskey, talk of your beer, there's something much nicer awaiting us here. It sits on the fire beneath the gum tree. There's nothing much nicer than a billy of tea. No, there's nothing much nicer than a billy of tea. Well, I think the billy might be just about boiled. Let's have a look. Yep, see some steam. Okay, gonna have a cup of tea now. See ya.
Henry Lawson, they used to say that he'd write a poem for a pound. Yes, well, when you look back at his life and you look at the volume that he wrote, it was a lot of pounds. Extraordinary output, extraordinarily emotional stories and poems. Small wonder that so many of his poetic works got legs and travelled into the bush, most of them relatively recently by our standards, I guess, and found themselves with tunes. This one he definitely wrote as a song. It's called Freedom on the Wallaby. It's a song that means a lot to anybody that is interested in Labor history in Australia. Henry wrote it for the Shearers strikers in the 1890s. Got him into a bit of trouble because one of the politicians of the newly elected Queensland Parliament read out some of the words to Freedom on the Wallaby and said that Henry Lawson should be charged with sedition for stirring up trouble between the squatters and the shearers. I don't think that the song was that blatantly seditious, but it certainly was stirring, and it certainly had images that we now recognise as pretty effective. If blood should stain the wattle, I mean, how amazing is that? Anyway, Henry was inspired to write the song because he'd heard an earlier song that was referring to Australia's bounding richness from the mining sector. Anyway, he did a pretty good parody of it, I thought. Australia is a big country and freedom's up and bluey. Australia's on the wallaby, oh listen to the cooey. She's just begun to boomerang, she'll knock the tyrant silly. She's going to build another campfire and boil another billy. Our fathers fought for bitter rights while loafers thrived beside them, for food to eat and clothes to wear, their native land denied them. And so they left that native land in spite of their devotion, and if they came or if they stole, they were sent across the ocean. But freedom could not stand the glare of royalty's regalia. She left those loafers where they were and came out to Australia. And when she crossed the mighty brine, she broke the chains that bound her, little to think she'd see once again those wrongs she left behind her. Our fathers toiled to build a home, hard grubbing it was and clearing. They weren't troubled much by lords when they were pioneering. And now they've made that land a garden full of promise. Oh, greed must crook his dirty hand and try to take it from us. But we must fly our rebel flag as others have before us, and we must sing a rebel song and join in rebel chorus. We'll make those tyrants feel the sting of those that they would throttle. They'll never say the fault is ours if blood should stain the wattle. blood should stain the wattle. God forbid.
Hello everyone, Lee here again from Brisbane. This time I'll be playing my English soprano baritone. It's a Wheatstone. It's a nice instrument. So this is a very important memory for me. In 2017, I was at the Woodford Folk Festival because Morris Dancing, and I went to see Martin Pearson perform. It was an evening performance. I sat in the front row. I shouldn't have. We'll get to that. Anyway, so important context for the time period. Same-sex marriage had only a few weeks previously been legalised in Australia. Obviously, I was in a relationship at the time, and more importantly, I was like 35 weeks pregnant. I don't know if I recommend being that pregnant at Woodford. It's an extremely warm experience. Anyway, so he came out onto stage. He didn't say anything. He sang a song and he introduced it afterwards. And the reason why sitting in the front row was a mistake is that I cried for probably 10 minutes after he finished singing this song, openly, and having forgotten to take tissues with me. So that was fun. Anyway, it's called Everything Possible, and it's by a guy called Fred Small, and it works a lot better on guitar than it does on concertina, but oh well. We have cleared off the table, the leftovers saved, washed the dishes and put them away. I have told you a story and tucked you in tight at the end of your knockabout day. As the moon sets its sails to carry you to sleep over the midnight sea, I will sing you a song no one sang to me. May it keep you good company. You can be anybody you want to be. You can love whomever you will. You can travel any country where your heart leads, and know I will love you still. You can live by yourself. You can gather friends around. You can choose one special one. And the only measure of your words and your deeds will be the love you leave behind when you're gone. There are girls who grow up strong and bold. There are boys quiet and kind. Some race on ahead, some follow behind. Some go in their own way and time. Some women love women, some men love men. Some raise children, some never do. You can dream all the days, never reaching the end of everything possible for you. Don't be rattled by names, by taunts, by games, but seek out spirits true. If you give your friends the best part of yourself, they will give the same back to you. Be kind to each other.